Hi. Do you know that good athletes have good coaches? But do you know that great executives and leaders also have great coaches? That's right. Executive coaches like myself help great leaders do quite a few things. We are able to give leaders who are in so much change and in the midst of so many decisions and working with so many different types of people, we're able to give them a couple strategic things that are really important as they go through the day. They're not getting these things necessarily from their board or their executive team or their assistant. They really need a supportive, anonymous, confident person that can be a sounding board for them. And a couple of these things that we do, I'll tell 5 of them, maybe my top 5 that I do for most of my clients is really help them refine decision-making skills, kind of help them cut through the noise, weigh the pros and cons, and really give them a safe place to test new ideas. New ideas are so critical to moving forward and to, moving teams forward. And executives can't be going out to their team and testing things all the time in a quick manner. But with a coach, they can do that very quickly and we can run through things. The other thing that we talk about a lot is enhancing their communication skills. It's really hard for a leader to go to their board and say, what are some of the things I'm not doing well and help me? No, you can't show that kind of weakness to your bosses. You also can't show that kind of weakness to your staff, but you can show it confidently and with honesty to your coach, your professional coach. And your professional coach can also be really honest with you and not worry about losing their job. Hey, that's my job, is to be honest. And because it benefits my partner, benefits my leader, benefits us. That honesty. And so it benefits the communication that we're developing and enhancing together. The third thing is that we strengthen strategic thinking together. The leader is constantly thinking strategically. And sometimes when we do that, we, as a leader, think in a silo or think too small. And what a coach can do is help us think bigger. Get back to that big picture thinking, like, whoa, you know what? We got too small. Let's take it back. You're the leader. Let's take it back up. Remember, we're getting stuck in the minutia and the noise. Let's get back. Let your team do some of the smaller thinking. You're the big picture hire. You're in charge of this. Let's get there. The other thing that I do with my leaders is anticipate some of the challenges that might come down the road with that idea. So we can plan and be proactive. That's really important. And also what I do is help set priorities then at that point. Because what happens during the day or during the week for a leader is 8,000 problems are going to come to that door. And then those top 3 priorities for that week are slashed. But my job as a coach is when we're having conversations is to say, whoa, I don't hear any of our top 3 priorities in our conversation right now. And those 3 priorities are the things that are going to make us money. And money talks. So that's priority setting. So the fourth thing that I do a lot is emotional intelligence development. Now, my leaders are geniuses that I work with. Executives are geniuses. But the interesting thing is that most executives move up the ladder. They start as a medical doctor. They start as a pharmacist, as an architect. They start as a patent designer or a professor. But they're moving up to a chancellor, a president, a CEO. And what that means is they're working and managing teams who are all diverse types of people. And they're overseeing programming, products, and systems and software that have all diverse types of systems and people. So that means that our emotional intelligence has to advance. And emotional intelligence does not advance automatically. It actually takes a lot of skill development. And so a coach can work with the leader. And what I do is kind of help be honest again. And some of that is just more self-awareness. Guess what? You're not making eye contact. I know it sounds silly, but it happens. The truth of the matter, you're not being very empathetic in this situation. Or there's a conflict here with your staff. Let's look at how we can manage that conflict, or who can manage this conflict for you. You shouldn't be managing that, and let me help you go through these next steps, that sort of thing. And then the fifth thing is really continuing to strengthen their leadership presence. Okay, because being a leader is exhausting and it's hard and it can beat you down. But my job as your coach is to empower you to always feel like, you know what, you are here for a reason. You have the skills, the interest, and the ability, and I'm here to make sure that you're standing up straight. You have the speaking, you have the presence, you have the preparation, you have the authenticity, you have the body language, you have the tone. Let's set it. And I help my leaders do that. So that's what coaches do. You deserve to have a coach. You deserve to feel good about what you're doing. That's what leadership's about. You're not in it alone. And being a leader can be very, very lonely. That's what coaches are here for. Don't do it alone. That's your cup of Patty Joe.